Okay, it's time to talk about my Aurora 6800 watt heavy duty diesel generator. I finally got some parts ordered for this. They should be here in a few weeks. More about that in a second. So to get this up and running, all it really needed was a battery, which I replaced. These are designed that they use the entire cabinet for cooling, so having a battery hooked up to a jumper pack definitely isn't the best idea since it wants that door closed to help with cooling. I've also touched up some of the paint on the cabinet. Some of the yellow that's underneath the black was coming through in a few spots, so I touched up the black. I do need to come in with some carburetor cleaner on a rag and clean up some of the labels. Not a big deal. Onto the parts that really this machine needs and stuff I'd want to do for regular maintenance and to make it look a little bit better. Let's first talk about the parts and then where the parts are coming from. So it needs the two 110, 120 volt, 20 amp outlets. It needs the fuel filter water separator replaced. Unfortunately, the bowl portion is seized on to the upper portion and I'm worried about snapping it off. So I ordered the entire assembly. It comes with a new filter. I also ordered a tune-up kit minus the oil. It comes with a brand new air filter, fuel filter, so I'll have two fuel filters, not a big deal, and it also comes with an oil filter. So I'll be able to change the oil filter, change everything out, make it nice and clean. The oil that's in this is very black, so it definitely needs to be changed. Yes, it's a diesel, but it's black. It looks pretty thin as well. I think I need to bleed the fuel as well. I accidentally had the fuel shut off and I went to start the engine, and if you know diesels, they don't like that too much. I also have the emergency shut off currently in the off position, so I don't want to run this until I change the oil. Also, I'm going to be draining out all the fuel that is currently in the tank, so I don't know what type of diesel is in there. The auction that this came from was a police salvage auction, so this could be a theft recovery, along with along with a couple four-wheelers and the other generator I got. The other generator's on its way to Jamaica. This one here, the plan is to try and trade it for a tractor. There's a type of tractor I want, and I'm going to try and trade this generator to try and get the tractor that I want. More on that at a later date. So on to where the parts are coming from. I contacted Aurora Generators. They're semi-local. They're in Brampton. I'm about an hour and a half or so away from Brampton. I asked them I need some parts from the Aurora Generator. They transferred me the parts and they said, yeah, unfortunately we don't carry parts for our own equipment. You have to contact Generator Guru. So I looked up Generator Guru. They had everything I needed except for the hour meter, unfortunately. So I cannot replace that, but I'm going to try and replace that with a generic one. So the parts have been ordered. It took 2 tries to get the parts ordered because PayPal rejected it. My credit card rejected the payment first because Generator Guru is based in the UK. So that's where the parts are coming from for this generator. The engine is a Yanmar style engine. I don't know if it's a clone or if it's a real Yanmar diesel. It's pretty much identical to the Yanmar I had on the Craftsman project I built like 10 years ago. So it could be a real Yanmar, it could be a clone Yanmar, I really don't know. So the parts have been ordered, only cost about $213, give or take, for the parts needed for this. That's including shipping to ship it from the UK to Canada. So that stuff should be here soon, and we can get this back up and running and down the road. I did put my meter on it. It is outputting a perfect 60 hertz, which is nice. The switch between 120 and 120, 140 switch does work. That controls this outlet right here. So these two outlets are controlled when it's switched to the left. You got these outlets. Switch it to the right, you get this big guy right here. So that's the 100, 120, 110 at 30 amps. It does have 12 volts. And that gauge, I have tested the power going into it. It does work, but the gauge itself does not work. So the reason why I don't have this put away at the moment, I'm letting the paint dry. So once the paint's dry again, I can put it back in the shed. I just want to give it a few days sitting out. Also, like I said, I want to get that diesel drained out of the tank and just take a look at the color of it and go from there. I gotta have it drained out anyways to replace the fuel. Sorry about that. The fuel filter. It does have a shut off, but like I said, the entire assembly needs to be changed out as well. So anyways, that's pretty much it for a quick update on the Aurora generator. Just give you a quick walk around. It definitely rolls good with these wheels. It's not the original wheel kit, unfortunately, but it does its job. So the air filter lives behind this cover right here. It has a compression release under this cover right here. And under this cover right here, there is some electrical connections. A few of the labels do need some repair as well. I will do that once the paint is fully dry. I got some spray Gorilla Glue, and we'll take care of that. So anyways, that's pretty much it for this at the moment. Waiting on parts yet again, and I'm waiting on parts for other stuff as well. So story of my life, waiting on parts. And unfortunately, the way things go nowadays, parts definitely take a long time to arrive. So talk to them there. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.